Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, since I've put out anything really. Mainly I've been putting stuff on my Instagram, so if you've been wondering where I've been at, follow my Instagram, check it out, and see what I've been up to. But lately I've been really busy, but I did need to take a break to focus on some other things and to just take a break because I was grinding in and out, making videos every week, and that was a little exhausting after a while. I'm back, and I'm here for you guys, and I want to talk about something. Today, we're gonna go over Apple's latest and greatest, the iPhone 13. Now, to preface this, I am not one of those famous YouTubers who got their hands on a pre-production iPhone 13. So this video is mainly going to be about my thoughts on whether or not you as a filmmaker or a photographer should think about getting this phone, what I'm thinking about when it comes to this phone, and honestly, if you're not a filmmaker or photographer, why maybe it might be good for you to get this phone. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so iPhone 13. What am I currently rocking right now? I am still rocking the iPhone 12 mini. Love it. Fantastic phone. Does exactly what I need, and it's so small, so lightweight that honestly, it's hard for me to think about even going back to a normal sized phone. It's super great, durable. Dropped this way too many times than I should have, and it's still working. But iPhone 13, so this is a big one. And it's not that it's so big that it's changing iPhones forever, but it might be changing phones forever. They've come out with this new feature called cinematic mode. In the filmmaking world, when you are making films, you normally have this thing called either autofocus or manual focus, and normally when you have those options, you can rack focus, which makes it quote-unquote cinematic. And a lot of our favorite movies, we rely on the focus puller.
Focus puller is responsible for these.
Or on the autofocus, if the camera's using autofocus, to grab our attentions to the subject of that scene. No phone has done this yet, which is kind of shocking because this technology has been around for a while now. I mean, I'm relying on it right now. Autofocus is tracking onto my face and to my eye as I am speaking. It's interesting that this hasn't made it into a phone yet. And now that it has, what does that mean? And to me, I think it's a great option to have. I think that it's definitely cool to see where the technology is going when it comes to cell phones and what we are able to do. However, and this is gonna maybe be a little touchy for some people out there, but if you're a filmmaker or a photographer, normally you want to use your tools that you do have. You don't really want to have to use your phone. Now, I'm all for those who create solely on their phones. TikTok, Instagram Reels. I don't know what else is out there for you to use your phone. I guess maybe Facebook Watch. A lot of people use their phones for that, right? And having a higher quality phone that can do certain things like this helps. For the professionals, whether or not it's necessary, I don't know anymore. Normally when we pull out our phones in certain situations, it's just to get something quick. But even most of the time, I only use my phone because I don't happen to have my camera on me. But in most situations, I do have my camera on me, and I'm absolutely gonna go for my camera because A, it's higher than 12 megapixels, B, does 4K, it has autofocus, it has manual focus, I can manually control my aperture, my ISO, my exposure in general, and the iPhone just doesn't have that yet. Now, I know that there are certain apps that can allow you to unlock these things within the iPhone, like Filmic Pro. Again, it's just, I don't know, call me old-fashioned, call me nostalgic maybe even analog, but I like to use the actual tool that I purchased for those kinds of things. So I think for someone who's maybe more experienced in the film world and in the photography world, I think it's a great little tool to have, but at the end of the day, is it worth upgrading from the iPhone 12 to the iPhone 13 for us? Probably not, no. Just because it really doesn't make a difference. It's more so about just when you plan to use it, but I wouldn't want to pay that extra $200 just because now all of a sudden it has this autofocus feature. I'm not using it that often to do that. Now, for those of you who are maybe amateurs in the filmmaking world and the photography world and even in the TikTok space and the short form content space, this might be a good phone for you, and here's why. This phone has the cinematic qualities that a professional camera could allow you to have, but at a better price point. You don't have to buy a separate lens, you don't have to have multiple lenses, you don't have to rely on actual lights to light the scene because the camera's low light performance is pretty good on the iPhone, and you don't even have to use a laptop. I think overall, the benefits for those who are making short form content for getting an iPhone 13 is pretty good. At the end of the day, if that's what you're making your money off of, if that's how you're earning an income is through short form content from your iPhone, then this is an investment. This is going towards the business that you've created. And if you're looking to get into that business, then this might be a good choice to make. Now that's up to you. You could also go the other route where you're using a professional camera, you're using lights, you're using sound, and you have a pretty decent computer system to process all of that footage and sound and stuff like that. It's very situational, I think, this phone and the updates that it brings. That is just my opinion. And being that I haven't had this phone hands-on to tell you how it is, I can't tell you if it's worth it from that alone. But what I can say is based on specs, based on reviews, based on actual live footage from people using this phone, I can say that if you have the newest and latest phones from this year, even an iPhone 11 Pro, you're doing just fine. You don't necessarily have to get the iPhone 13. Now, if you're rocking past iPhone 11, maybe it's time to upgrade because you know what? It's time. That's just my thoughts, guys. I know that normally I don't make content about iPhones and tech reviews and stuff like that, but I just wanted to give some insight into what I think when it comes to filmmaking and pro photography and whether or not an iPhone 13 is actually worth it for you. I hope you learned something from this or you gained something out of this, and if you didn't, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button for me because you know what? That'll also help the algorithm, and if this did help you in any way, hit that like button because I love to see your feedback and want to hear more from you. And I would love it to see you interact. I'm there in the comments with you. So yeah, let's build a little community here and I will catch you in the next one. Be on the lookout. There's a 3-part, maybe even 4-part series coming out soon that I'm going to be making on this channel. I'm pretty excited about it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Can't reach the camera.